Oh, you're in trouble.
Welcome to
Nice.
the Christmas edition of the Calligram podcast. We are here with our largest crew possible, with Jack in Melbourne. We have Taylor Glockner to my right.
With a glockenspiel right
With
here.
a glockenspiel.
Let's just address the
elephant in the room.
let's just go right at it.
And here is Taylor Glockner on the glockenspiel.
Oh, what am I even going to play? Okay. It's quite mysterious.
That's that. Okay. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you for
Thank you
for that.
You heard an
Thank
elf
you.
on a shelf. Now get ready for a clock on the clock.
Is that a Cat in the Hat reference? I don't know.
Yes, it's a Cat in the Hat reference.
Anything that goes over Taylor's head now is like
I just
the
straight away
assumption
it
is
just
Cat in
falls
the
into
Hat.
the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it yet, but I'm able to guess if it's a reference.
We
Because it's all
reference
you
that
guys
movie
talk
way
about.
too much, bro. This is a problem now.
We're 20 episodes in, and you guys still won't shut up about the Cat in the Hat.
This frame is fucking me up. Sorry, I'm laughing at all of us in the fucking center.
Hang on a minute. Is there Christmas themes in the Cat in the Hat, or is it they're not?
No, not at all.
It honestly, potentially satanic themes. It's
Well,
the furthest thing.
So Jackson,
Jackson to my left. How's it going?
Good.
Jack doesn't
I
sound
was
right.
caught off guard. Fucking hell. Yeah.
Jackson.
I didn't want to. Everyone, gotta go through the names.
Yeah,
so
of course. And we have, of course, Noah Jeremiah, the logical assassin.
The logical assassin. I'm getting that tattoo.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man. That's badass.
Noah, will you get some ink? I love Notting Hill.
Above the butt cheeks.
Tramp
Stamp.
Not likely. I don't
Not
think.
likely. No.
Nah.
If
not
there
likely.
is a place to get Notting Hill, I like Notting
Ah,
Hill
there
tattoo.
you
It is
go.
on the
And you
last.
turned it into an insult.
The logical assassin strikes again.
I
Yeah, right?
think-
The logical assassin.
I like the movie Notting Hill, and I like Love Actually.
That's it. Speaking of Love Actually, you might have noticed we're all wearing Santa hats today. And we played We Wish You a Merry Christmas on the Way. And this is the Christmas episode, guys. Alright. So what we're going to be doing today... Anytime I zest up the intro, I have to deal with Noah's side-eye. So what we're doing today is...
Sorry.
We're going to start by listing off our top 5 favorite Christmas films. We're going to wait until everyone has said their top 5 before we rip each other apart. And then we're going to debate, because I'm sure there will be queries with this or that, or Love Actually, or that 1940s film Noah's going to pick.
Yeah.
We all know what's happening.
It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. That's
It
what it's
is.
going to be.
Yeah.
And that's in my top 5 as well. So I think we
I've
might...
never seen it.
It's really good. It's right up your alley. You'll love it.
Yeah.
We're all going to go top 5, right?
Yeah.
But there's maybe 10, 15, 20 like cultural classic Christmas films. So I reckon we're going to stumble across some of the same ones. We'll see which ones get the most votes is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And we're just going to duke it out. So,
Yeah.
Noah, your top 5.
Okay.
You don't have to elaborate, just list them off. We're
Okay.
just going to rip through them.
Number 5 is The Shop Around the Corner. Number 4 is
What year was that made?
1940.
Oh, actually.
Actually, 1940.
Fucking good. Alright, good guess. Alright.
Number 4 is The Apartment. Number 3 is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
Number 2 is The Nightmare on Christmas.
Yeah.
And number 1 is Brazil.
Is Brazil a Christmas film?
I think so.
Oh my gosh, okay. Terry Gilliam's
Yeah.
Brazil. Shit.
There's a lot of
Fuck.
Christmas
There's
stuff
another
in it.
reason for
It's
me to
during
watch
Christmas.
Brazil.
There's a lot of Christmas stuff in it. I'm
Jeez.
calling it a Christmas
Yeah.
film.
There's
I'm doing it to be controversial.
Yeah,
but
I've got a
that's
Christmas
fine,
film that
that's
will
fine.
definitely ruffle some feathers
Yeah,
for sure. It's
okay.
not really a Christmas film,
Yeah, there
but
you
it
go.
is beautiful. I love it. Taylor.
You want me to go next?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see what I've got here. I got mustache written at the top of this piece of paper here. It's not a Christmas movie.
I was about to say, was that 1940 as well?
Yeah.
No, it could have
The
been.
classic Christmas movie mustache.
Santa
Yeah.
has a bit of a... It's just because I had to have a mustache for the last 4 weeks for a gig that I didn't end up getting, but that I got paid to be second at.
Oh yeah.
So-
are you telling me you got paid to not be on a
So it was a bit of a, let's just segue here really, really quickly, and then I'll give you the top 5, right?
Isaac pretending like he hasn't.
That's insane.
We got to lead in, right? I'm not going to give any details, but I go in for this gig and I read for it, and the casting agent's like, nice, good job. And I'm thinking, okay, like, all right, maybe I'll hear something. You put it out of your mind, as you do. And then a couple of days go past and I get a call from my agent. She's like, Taylor, like, they've asked you to block out the dates. And I'm thinking to myself, fantastic, December, maybe like little gig before Christmas. How good would that be? They've asked me to block out the dates. Anytime I've ever been asked to block out the dates, you're 99% going to get the gig, unless there's some kind of disaster, right? Don't hear anything for a couple of weeks, get the call from my agent. Taylor, good news. I'm thinking, oh, great. Oh, I've got the gig. I've got to go in and shoot it. They want you to be the backup actor for this gig. You didn't get it. You were good. You weren't great, but you were good. But they want you to be the backup reserve actor on this gig. And then the other actor, if something happens with him,
then you get it.
Then you're going to jump in and do it.
Mm.
And I'm just thinking to myself, and they want to pay you to block out those dates to be the backup actor. So I'm thinking to myself, yeah, okay. So anyway, just really quickly, like, you know, the square, you know what you know what you don't know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've been paid to do a gig because I got a gig and I got paid for it. Right? Okay, well, let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
I've been not paid to not do a gig because I didn't get it, so I didn't get paid for it. I've done a gig and not been paid because maybe it was an indie and I was just really interested in it, so I was prepared to do it for like very little money or no money at all. This was honestly 15 years in the industry, the first time I've ever been paid not to do a gig.
Yeah.
And to be honest, what I got paid, it was a good amount of money, I'm very grateful. That was fair compensation for having to have a mustache for 4 weeks. For having to have people ask me, why do you have a mustache? Honestly, like, you start to... So anyway, that's why I had mustache written at the top there. Okay.
So your top 5.
Okay, my top 5. Tegan, my wife, loves Christmas movies. Just got to give a shout out. She absolutely loves Christmas movies. So her top 5, she'd definitely have something to say about. Okay. I'm going to go number 5 for the missus. How about that?
Is this your first time on the podcast since you got married?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Ladies, he's taken. Relax.
Oh. Well, yeah. That's all she wrote.
That's it.
No, I'm really happy. Really, really happy. Great. Tegan's a great girl.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Oh, that's a good point.
Hang up the boots. Hang up the Christmas. What's the Christmas
Hang
thing?
up the cleats. Hang up the sacks.
Yeah, no. Hang up your Christmas sacks. That's all she wrote. Okay.
That's it.
I'm going to get some brownie points and give this one for the missus. This is a perfect movie. Like, you know, there's movies that are pretty good and then there's perfection. And I think Christmas with the Kranks is perfection. Thank you. Can I get a round of applause for Christmas with the Kranks? Okay, now let's get into some serious stuff. Love Actually, I think, needs to be my number 4. I think it's embedded in the culture. I think, could you imagine if you made a movie that essentially reaches syndication like Love Actually has, like gets played every year at Christmas? I would be willing to say that 90% of people have seen Love Actually. Even non-moviegoers have sat down at some point over the last 20 years and watched Love Actually.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it. It's pretty up there. Even Daniel Craig, James Bond, who's a notorious, tough guy, said that he thinks it's just lovely.
It is, and it is. It is indisputably lovely.
It's
the number 1 film you want to watch with your family when you're all in a jolly Christmas mood. You want to think about the wonders of life.
100%.
You watch Love Actually.
And there's something in it, because I got all those different stories. Maybe one year, generationally, you might be into one story. Another year, you might be into another story as you're getting older. Like, Who knows?
Yep.
Whatever you're going through in your life, whatever you went through that year.
My family, we watch it every single year. Ever since we watched
Every year.
all together in, I think it was like 2012, something like that. We watch it every year.
I would be willing to probably say that even non-moviegoers who sit down at Christmas to watch TV when everyone has time off from work and all these things, 90% of people must have seen Love Actually. One of those years at Christmas time when they've come across it. Surely.
This is the first time in my life I've ever been a minority. I've not seen Love Actually.
No.
I'm not gonna lie.
Are you serious?
Bro.
I think I may have seen like 50% of it when I was a kid, and I cannot remember a single fucking scene.
Bro, you actually
I
gotta
remember
check
the
it out.
ending. I remember the ending, and that's about it.
You gotta check it out.
I think it's Bill Nye.
Oh, he's great.
It's not Bill Nye, the science guy, but Bill Nye, the actor.
Yeah.
His character in Love Actually is truly fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's really, really great.
And
Yeah,
you know the
cracks me
part
up.
where is it his manager or his agent at the end he's like crying and they're talking, he's like, it's been an honor.
Yeah.
You know, he's like,
Yeah, when he does
he's
like that.
looking at him
It's
like
been an honor. Yeah.
he's like looking at him crying.
And he leaves the party with Elton John and he goes to his manager, goes, come on, let's get drunk and watch porn.
I know.
What a good ending.
That's gotta go. That's not good. That's not. But it is
Bill
funny.
Nye, my
It is funny,
man.
but then again, it's on Love Actually.
Well,
so
it's a family film. when he's on the live stream, when he's on the live performance, and he says, "Do you have any messages for your younger audience?" He goes, "Kids, don't do drugs," and they go. And he goes, become a rock star, and they give you them for free.
I know, how fun. Like, it's... The filmmakers are obviously just poking fun.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So Love Actually, I think, is my number 4. Oh, and by the way, I've also... Well, maybe we can send this picture in. But I've also partied with Colin from Love Actually.
Who goes to the United States to get with the American chicks?
Yeah, Chris Marshall.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a really, really good night, and I'm not going to give away any information, but it was we had a few drinks, and it was at a film festival down in Sydney. It was a really, really good night. But anyway, that's all I'll say. So Love Actually is my number 4.
Yep.
Okay. And I've tried to bring some, that are a little bit different. My number 3 would have to be, and I know my old man is going to be happy with me for saying this one, The Family Man. So there you go, Dad. Shout out for Dad.
I've seen The Family Man. I like it.
You have?
Yeah.
Dad showed me this movie. I know he likes it. Nicolas Cage, Jeremy Piven, Tay Leone, businessman, gets a Christmas wish, learns what it's like to have a family, and then realizes that family is the most important thing. So I think that's a really good message.
Yeah.
I think it also definitely takes inspiration from It's a Wonderful Life, which is probably going to be my number 1. I think It's a Wonderful Life is probably one of the best films ever made. Certainly probably the best Christmas film ever made, maybe. I mean, the conventional wisdom is certainly that, isn't it? So that's my number 1. I led into my number 1 accidentally. So my number 2, which I think this movie has a lot of heart, some great performances, hits me in the feels at the end, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Did you guys think of that one?
I've never
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen it.
Bro,
Sorry.
It's really good. I like
right up your alley. And I can think of a film right now that is essentially a remake of it, but it's a really good story of 2 guys that are going on a journey together. It's called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, obviously in the title. And they kind of get bound together and they have to go on a journey. And there's a really good lesson at the end of that film as well. So it is Christmas, not Thanksgiving, isn't it? Pretty sure.
Not seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it? No?
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I don't know it that well.
I'm pretty sure it's Christmas. So that's my top 5. And probably honourable mention, I have to throw in Die Hard as well in there. And Die Hard 2. Die Hard 2 is actually not a bad sequel. And it is also technically a Christmas movie. So there you go. That's my top 7.
I like it.
All right.
I like it. Okay, so I'm going to go at number 5, The Grinch That Stole Christmas, with Jim Carrey giving one of the best physical comedy performances I've seen, for sure. And one of the Dr. Seuss adaptations that's actually fairly quality.
Yeah.
You know, it's nowhere near Cat in the Hat. But we can overlook that. Anyway,
We'll let it
had to
slide.
just sneak it in there. Had to give a quick plug for my boy Bo Welch. He's not been very active lately. No.
I don't get the joke,
All
but I
about
get
that,
the joke.
So sorry. Bo Welch is the director. He directed one film. It was The Cat in the Hat, and he never directed another film again.
I understand.
Sorry,
He's not been
understandably.
very active.
No, not at all. All right, so The Grinch That Stole Christmas, number 5.
Why won't a financier give him more money?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
The Cat in the Hat was such a success.
Once you carve your face
Yeah.
in Rushmore, there's nowhere else to go.
That was his face. Fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's seriously the problem, is that like a financier will say no.
Yeah.
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 So
It's like, you've lost me so much money, I don't want to lose more. Yeah.
oh, and even a different one will say, why would my money go there? Because
Yeah.
certainly in films, but in any business transaction in life, you know, and Danny taught me this, money does not go where money does not feel safe. So if you make something that's not good, chances are you're not going to get funding again.
Yeah. Okay, so number 5, we have The Grinch That Stole Christmas. At number 4, I'm going to throw Polar Express in there. Though it looks like
The best Christmas horror
the
movie
best
ever
claymation
made.
film ever made. It is. I'll say this: the animation. Okay, they did what they could at the time. Okay, I understand.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Polar Express is
I
the
think
Polar
no
Express.
one's,
let me get through my
struggling
list.
so hard.
Let me get through my
I
list.
didn't. Look,
Let me get through my
I'm not
list.
making any comments.
Let me think.
Yeah.
We can. This is what we're gonna
Yeah,
do
exactly.
later. Yeah.
go.
Okay. So go for it. The Polar Express. So I've been watching Polar Express since I was a kid. My sister and I are huge fans of it. Not, but obviously we're not a fan of, you know, some things about the design and the animation and the 1,000 Tom Hankses that are really increasingly creepy. Or ASAP Rocky when she drinks the hot chocolate. But it's the
Holy
braids, yeah. But the heart that film has, and the just the weird surreal feeling that you get from it. I haven't seen it many other places, and I just love the idea that there's a bell that you can hear when you're a kid, and then as you grow older and you like lose the Christmas spirit, you can't hear the bell anymore. There's
Yes, that
something
is nice.
extremely sad about that, and something really beautiful, because when you watch that and you're a kid,
Yeah.
you're so grateful.
That is obviously a comment on the inner child.
Yeah, of course.
The inner child is something like that for creatives and artists that you know, people always say, make sure you maintain your inner child. When I was in acting school, they were like, make sure you take yourself out on dates to keep your inner child. Whatever you want to do, if you want to like go and see a movie on your own, or go to the McDonald's drive-through, or go to the park and sit there and look at the trees and the birds. But do what you have to do, keep your inner child, because we do lose it as we get older.
Yeah, it goes.
It does. And like there's a song by one of my favorite bands called Gunship, and the song is "When You Grow Up, Your Heart Dies." That's what the song's called. And that's true. Life's, you know, the world's only getting faster and faster, so you have to maintain. So that's obviously a comment as to what that is, right?
Definitely. It's weird. There's points where you remember where you considered things for the first time, and I think me watching that and hearing that adults can't hear the bell but kids can, you know, and them not explaining why and just putting it blatantly on just the fact that people grow up, I went, oh, why is that? That's so weird. Why would they? And then it makes you think, and it's like, oh yeah, well, I guess you kind of look, and you know, adults are a bit more bitter than kids, obviously. And
It's heartbreaking, isn't
Yeah,
it?
for
It's
sure.
what a
Yeah.
heartbreaking notion.
it is, yeah, and I don't know, it's just, there's something very cool about that film, and it's hard to watch now that I've seen it. Like some of the animation has not aged very well, but there's a beautiful heart to it.
So
It's got my number 4 spot.
if it were to have like an animation remaster, but take away the quality of the animation, which I actually haven't seen it. I love Robert Zemeckis. I love the Back to the Future films, so he definitely knows how to put heart into his movies and how to hit you in the feels. But so the script is good.
I think so. Yeah.
It's purely just the aesthetics of the. Is that really what it is? It
I
just
think
hasn't aged
it's
very well.
largely that. Yeah, it's just the art direction and well, it's hard to say it's an animated film to say the animation's bad. It's like, that's the film, you know. But you know, more or less.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's bad animation. That's a bad character. It's the actual design of the characters
Yeah.
that's the problem.
It's creepy, and you're meant to be.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
truly.
Really?
Yeah, there's scenes on that are meant to be creepy, that are extremely creepy.
Yes.
If you know when the main character goes onto the puppet carriage, that is nightmare fuel when you're a kid. There's puppets that
Maybe I
start,
shouldn't
that
watch
spin
it.
and start latching at the kid and wrapping him in string. It's
The problem
scary.
is that the people also look like puppets.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Especially ASAP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 4, Polar Express. Number 3, I'm going to give that spot to Die Hard. Because it's a Christmas film, man. And we've all talked about it a bit, so I'm going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is a beautiful little film by a lovely, lovely man who has the Christmas spirit in his heart 365 days a year, Mr. Richard Curtis. Warms my heart every time I watch it. And it warms my heart even more to see Noah's reaction to me putting him so high on my list. My number 1 that I've seen is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I watched it a week and a half ago on Noah's recommendation. We had an animation question come up in our Q&A episode, and Noah mentioned the film, so I thought I'd give it a go. And it is honestly nothing short of like fucking breathtaking. The art direction, the script.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, oh, it's amazing.
Is it gonna freak me out though?
No, it's fine.
It's a kids movie. It
Yeah.
is a kids movie. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a great, and it's a Christmas film. A lot of the Christmas films that I've noticed that we've mentioned, I don't know a couple of Noah's, granted, but a lot of them are
A couple's two.
A couple is I don't know 4 of them. No, no, I'm kidding. I don't know 3 of them. But well, no, I don't know 2 of them actually. I've heard of Brazil. Not
Okay,
seen it.
sorry.
All right. Anyway, so it is a couple.
I apologize.
Your goose. No, that's fine. So a lot of Christmas films are like greedy man gets taught a lesson and then realizes it's all about family. Is like very much the Christmas theme. And I guess, you know, in a sense, The Nightmare Before Christmas is, you know, the Pumpkin King, Jack Skellington, I think that's his name. He obviously is ambitious. He wants to rule Christmas, and then he realizes this is all about his Halloween town. But it's a little bit different, and it approaches it in a way that I've not seen.
Describing Jack as like selfish is like he's unenthused.
Yeah.
He's
He's bored.
Yeah,
and he's sick of. He feels like he's getting false validation.
Yeah.
Is really cool, but I don't know. Attacks it in a way I've never seen. Merges Halloween with Christmas, which is just such a cool idea, and even puts a little bit of Easter in there. If you know, you know.
Really?
Yeah. If you know, you know. It's just fucking awesome.
Genius
Genius
scene
shit.
in the forest there.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But that's my top 5. And Jackson, what's your top 5?
Well, I'm gonna pull out my phone because I because I wrote it down and I don't want to fuck it up. Okay, so for number 5, this is not a movie that many people really turn to when they think of Christmas movies, but I'm considering it one because it is set in and around Christmas, and one of the main characters wears a Santa costume. Christmas movie. It's Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy. It's just a bloody fun time all around. Fun social experiment kind of plot. Have you guys seen it?
I've seen it. I think it's hilarious. I love it. Yeah.
Thank God. Basically, I won't really go much into the plot right now, but basically, Eddie Murphy, down on his luck, like more or less hopeless at this point in time. Dan Aykroyd plays, I think it's like an executive at this orange juice company, and the owners of the company just make them one way or another switch their lives around through a bet. Just hilarity ensues, I guess you could say, and it's a great time.
Yeah.
Not many people that I know have really seen it, and if they do, they don't consider it a Christmas movie, but I do, god damn it.
If it's got the Christmas theme in there, if it even references Christmas, then
you can stretch the definition of Christmas movie
very
as
much so.
thinly as possible.
Yeah, and we will be doing that with Die Hard.
Yeah,
damn straight.
if Die Hard's a Christmas movie, then god damn it, this one is too.
Yeah. 100%.
Moving on. This is one that has been brought up before.
And this is number 4.
This is number 4.
Cool.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah.
Pretty much for the exact same reasons that you gave. Jim Carrey gives a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
And gives this weird, bitter creature a bit of heart to him.
That would have taken, this is just my observation, but that performance would have taken so much energy to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Wow, he would have just been spent at the end of every day.
Yeah.
100%. Imagine him having to wear that and then do that style of acting every
The thing he does with
fucking
his
day.
face, like, you know,
Yeah.
like that's also him. You know,
Yeah. Have you
prosthetics
seen
for
that
him.
interview clip
Yeah.
where he's promoting Sonic?
He goes straight back into it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it looks like he's wearing makeup. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's because that's how good he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you didn't know, Isaac,
No.
isn't he one of your other favorite? It's not a Christmas movie, so I don't want to say the name.
Oh
of it,
yeah,
but
yeah. With Jim Carrey.
yeah,
Oh yeah. He's alright in that film.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's one of Isaac's all-time favorites.
Yeah. Took me a second. Sorry. Man.
I know. I know. The joke was that it's so prevalent.
Yeah. Right. Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, so for number 3, we have the Polar Express.
Let's go! 2 for Polar Express.
Yeah. How does that
That's
make
for you, Yazzie.
How does
That's
that
for
make
you.
feel?
I haven't seen it in so long that I don't even like feel.
How does it feel? A satanic worship film on Christmas.
I mean, yeah. It's-
Worship film.
I haven't seen it, but I love Rob Zemeckis, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might even, based upon not even having seen
It's
it,
worth a shot. It is
Yeah.
worth a shot.
I'll check it out. But can I throw it in my honorable mention? Can you have a movie up there that you haven't even seen just to
No.
support
No.
a half vote?
That doesn't
2.5?
make sense.
It can be
Just so one of Noah's films doesn't get, you know, the number 1. 2.5.
It could be number 8 on your list. Taylor,
Anything.
so-
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. Some kind of technicality.
Right.
Polar Express is the only thing that's been mentioned twice, so it gets the top spot automatically.
It's
Best
technically
Christmas
winning.
movie.
It is winning the
Yeah.
list. Number 2.
Two.
Number 2. We have Die Hard yet again.
Let's go.
Die Hard's pretty top of my list. I would just watch it like every Christmas with my dad because
Yeah.
we share the belief that it is a goddamn Christmas movie.
I
Yeah.
think Die Hard's on 3 votes. I think it has to be said that I think I had Die Hard in my top 5. And Die Hard 2. I think Die Hard 2 is actually pretty good as
It's
well.
pretty good, yeah, for sure.
I haven't seen Die Hard 2.
The first time that I saw Die Hard 2, you know how they have that end fight on the wing of the plane?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, haven't seen it.
And
Good.
John McClane, no, hey, come on, Noah. No, John McClane fights the 2 guys, and he manages to beat the first guy
Yeah.
essentially in a 1-on-1 brawl, and then he fights the guy who's like really, really good fighter, right? Gets his ass kicked. But in losing the fight and getting kicked off the wing of the plane, he pulls out the fuel thing, and then the fuel is coming out of the wing of the plane all the way up, and the plane's filled with very bad people. Let's say the bad guys. And and McClane, who smokes and is always trying to give up smoking, says, "No, you're gonna bleep this out. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon."
Again.
And with
He did it again.
he lights the lighter, and it runs all the way up the fuel, which he ripped out of the side, and all the way up into the plane, and blows up the plane, and stops the plane filled with the bad guys. I just thought that was really clever.
It was pretty fucking cool.
It's like, how can you win a fight when you've actually lost the fight? But you can win a fight if you're able to be smarter.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just have to mention that the end of Die Hard 2, I think, is really clever.
I definitely haven't seen Die Hard 2 as much as Die Hard 1 because it's a classic for a reason, you could say.
It's one of the best action films,
yeah.
too, for sure.
And I just really enjoy Alan Rickman's performance as the villain, to be honest. Like, it's fucking really captivating.
Rickman. Hang on, let me try and get that deep down there. Alan Rickman. I can't go that deep.
Pocker.
Bruce Willis.
So yeah, Die Hard.
Die Hard is your number 2.
Die Hard's number 2. Number 1, I don't really think this is, debatable at this point. The number 1 Christmas movie of all time, who's to say? Home Alone.
Come on now.
Home Alone's up there as
Oh,
well.
I forgot about... Oh, no. That's good. That's good.
That's good? Okay, good.
I was going to say, I think I might have forgot to put that on my list, but I'm glad someone said it.
Well, so, yeah, if it wasn't on anybody's list, it'd be an absolute tragedy because this movie actually meant a lot to me as a kid because I would watch it with my family all the time, multiple times in a day. It was
loves
crazy.
it. Tegan
Yeah.
loves it.
It's fun.
And so does my grandmother. Like, my family members, they all love it. Like, it's really cool.
This morning, like, because the traps are just really creative to be, like, first of all, you know that scene where he's, like, fortifying his house, he puts the nail on the fucking doorstep or something, and the bad guy just, steps on it?
Yep.
I was working in a bar today, I stood on a piece of glass, that was the first thing that came to my head. Like,
Really?
that was literally the first thing that came to my head.
That
It's like,
influential.
fuck, it was that. It's like just like that scene.
When I was a kid, I was running around playing with other kids, and I stepped on a nail that was directly up, and I stepped right down on it in full stride running, and it was very, very painful. And you don't see it there.
No.
And every time I see that scene in that movie, like I still flinch. Like it's still a bit. Ugh.
Oof.
But yeah, the creativity in the movie, like the heart in it, Macaulay Culkin is just like really fun
Yeah.
to watch play in that movie. Yeah, it's just a good time.
Can I revise my top 5 and just make it like Home Alone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? Is there a 5?
I don't think you want number 4 in there.
Okay.
I don't think you want
direct to
3 in there,
DVD
bro.
ones. Put up a
Yeah,
poster
yeah.
on.
There's some.
Yeah.
Can I go into
And
bad?
there was one made last year that was
Really?
shocking.
There we go.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad.
Can I go into bat for the lesser known Home Alone sibling, Home Alone 3? It's
Oh,
actually not half
Yeah,
bad.
look, I'll come into bad as well.
Go in there for
Yeah.
your boy. Home Alone 3. It's actually not half bad.
Yeah, that has some of the best booby traps in the whole franchise. Oh my god, you're 10 years old. You're 10 years old. You're 10 years.
I didn't say anything.
I'd say Home Alone 2 is better purely because of the Trump cameo where he just points.
Yeah.
He just points Kevin McAllister.
hallway to the left.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
I've seen it once.
Yeah, he's just like he's like the best part of that movie, man.
Because Kevin is staying in a Trump hotel.
Yeah, just taking a Trump
That's
hotel.
where he stays.
It's
That's
really
where he
weird.
buys a room because he has his mum's credit card.
It's a
or something like
tremendous
that.
movie. It's a tremendous movie. And the best part about the movie is my cameo. I don't know.
He
He's
probably
an
said
asshole.
that, to be honest.
Yeah, he probably would have said that to
I
someone.
really, really liked Piers Morgan's cameo as the bird lady.
Piers Morgan's gonna
Tell me
tweet
that's
at
not
us.
the same. Put a bird on his shoulder and tell me you don't get nostalgic.
Oh, holy shit.
You know what I mean?
Piers Morgan does get himself into trouble. He goes looking for trouble.
He
Anyway,
does.
let's not.
Yeah, come on.
And we're the trouble.
yeah.
And we're giving it to him.
Yeah, we're gonna
Piers.
give it to him.
All right,
I'd
you-
love to get on Piers. He even had that come up on his show. They said that to him, and they superimposed the bird hat onto him, and it was
Actually?
fucking hilarious. And he got really pissed off. It was quite funny. He turned into a child. Well, he's always
He
been
has a habit of
childish.
that,
Yeah. All right. Okay. So
What are the front runners?
now let's discuss.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start straight away. Jackson,
Yo.
is Home Alone 1 better than Home Alone 2?
Oof.
That
I know
is
which
really
boat
tough.
I'm in.
I know you're in 2, aren't you?
Yeah.
You prefer 2.
I think the booby traps are funnier.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
Actually, I'm gonna say 2. I am gonna
Yeah?
say 2 after I just thought about it. It's just the booby traps are funnier. I find it a lot more quotable. Like I remember that scene. Was this in the first one where he plays the movie? To
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's the second one.
it's in the. Oh yeah, he plays the movie and it's the guy saying, "Now I'm gonna count to the."
yeah. That is like the best fucking scene.
And he thinks he's talking to the intruder.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so funny. So I'm gonna say number 2 for those reasons.
You know, that's not actually a real movie. That's it's a fictional movie made for the purpose of Home Alone 2.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Just a fun fact.
That's really cool.
I remember like googling what movie that was. And
Yeah.
just getting utterly disappointed.
It was
Yeah.
made. It was made up. Do we have, as we're circling in on the front runners, do we have any honourable mentions that weren't maybe in the 1 to 5, but are in the 5 to 10?
I'll quickly mention Batman Returns.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Iron Man 3 is set during Christmas.
Oh yeah, they marketed that as a Christmas film too. They really made
Yeah,
a
that
point
was weird.
to.
Isn't that purely because
push that.
he's like with the kid in the snow for like one scene?
I
And then
think
the rest of it's not really Christmassy.
it's
From
it's,
memory.
it's in and around Christmas.
Yeah.
Certainly, it's in and around Christmas.
There's
and it
obviously
was-
not a focus on it because it's an Iron Man film.
Yeah, there's not really a big focus on it, but it's certainly there. It's nice. It's there in the background, which makes it a little bit different than just any other Iron Man or Marvel film. That this one has a little bit of Christmas in it. Also, it's Shane Black, and he loves making Christmas movies. So
Yes, he does. He's a major advocate for Writer Duet as well, which is the writing software that I use.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the big guys who pushes it.
he's really, really good at action films and thrillers and stuff like that as well. He was the first guy to get killed in the original Predator, the guy with the glasses, and then he went on to
Did he
become a
act in it?
director. Yeah, he was the
Oh,
first
I
guy
did
to
not
get
know
killed
that.
in the original Predator.
There you go.
His mum had to walk out of the cinema when he was just about to get killed because even though it was a character, she just couldn't watch it.
Yeah, of
I know
course.
my mum would be the same. She wouldn't be able to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, which is fair enough.
Mm.
Honorable mentions. I don't know. Elf.
Oh yeah, Elf is worth mentioning. Elf is fucking funny.
Elf
I
is,
rate Elf.
I had not seen Elf until like 3 years ago. It was like
Yeah.
the first time. For whatever reason, I missed it. And, you know, it might be the only, like, Will Ferrell's a man-child movie that I can actually watch.
Yeah.
I actually kind of, like, by the end, I mean, it's... calling it good is a little bit more than I'm willing to give it. But, like... but I kind of enjoyed some things in it. There's this, like, weird outside sequence I remember when he leaves the elf place and there's, like, this weird stop
Yeah,
motion
it's all
thing,
yeah.
isn't it?
When he's floating away on the
Yeah,
iceberg.
that's pretty creative.
It's
like,
cool.
There's some cool things in it, I think.
I love using that to make the contrast too, because he talks to the snowman and it's like, goodbye, buddy. And then he arrives in America and there's like a jackal or something. And he goes, hey, buddy. And the jackal is obviously not stop mo now. It's just a real jackal.
Yeah.
And it runs after him.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Clever.
Yeah. It's not like cartoony.
Did anybody see Jingle All the Way with Arnie? I remember watching.
No.
I haven't. Look,
I want to see that movie though.
Yeah.
That's great.
admittedly, I have not revisited it as an adult, but I was flicking through. I think it was on Disney Plus today actually, and I was thinking to myself, I've got to take another look at that. Purely because I remember as a kid watching it through the eyes of being a kid and really, really enjoying it. Jingle All the Way. It's got something to do with, as you said, the theme of Christmas, the busy, powerful businessman who doesn't spend enough time with his family, and his son wants a certain doll, and he puts off the shopping for too long and he doesn't get the doll, and then he goes on some kind of hunt to find this certain figurine, maybe it more is, and for his son, and he gets it, and then at the end something happens where he's not able to give it to his son, but he ends up in a life-sized model of the figurine, and he kind of is this RoboCop kind of figurine.
I've seen
and
that
his son,
clip.
and it
Yeah.
all goes perfect. So that's kind of nice. Look, it's nice bit of spirit. Noah, I got a question for you that
Yeah.
just off the top of my head. So, the good feeling that Christmas movies give some people, are you okay with that?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Brutal.
Of course, surely.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look,
I gotcha. Because if you're okay with that, then what about when it's not a Christmas movie, but it just gives a good feeling, but it's one of the other 11 months of the year?
Well, I already know.
I.e.
Noah,
Notting Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah I already know Noah's response to this. Like,
I'm trying to find something. I've tried to Trojan horse it into Christmas.
I don't have any problem with anybody enjoying any movie.
yeah,
It's their taste.
yeah, of course.
You know, if you like Love Actually and it like brings you happiness and you think it's like well made, then watch fucking Love Actually. I don't care. Have fun. Like,
The logic assassin strikes again.
There it is.
Yeah, you can't beat him. That's fair.
It's Noah's
It's your
distinction is
opinion,
like
dude. It's
yeah,
all
yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
It's
yeah. It's all
movies.
objective.
This
yeah.
podcast doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's objective. Yeah.
Did I just get laid out? Did I just poke
No,
the bear and get
no,
laid
no,
out?
no.
You poked the bear.
What's funny is Noah is agreeing with you.
But what you asked me basically was, is it okay?
He's agreeing,
Do,
yeah.
do I mind that other people like movies? that was
Yeah.
your point.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, no, I didn't give a shit.
And it's different to do you,
Yeah.
and then no, you don't like Love Actually.
No. Well, actually, you know, it's
Actually-
okay.
You're shitting me.
No, I don't actually hate it. Notting
Let
Hill's-
it be known that's real.
Notting Hill's
okay.
a lot
We got it on
worse.
tape.
But I didn't actually mind Love
A
Actually.
lot better.
Yeah, better. It's,
I heard better.
I heard better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I said. Yeah.
We got him
I
on
didn't
4K,
mind-
ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen. We got him.
Love Actually is another thing like on TV that I just seem to have like missed until I watched it like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, at Christmas, and there was like one subplot in it that I liked with
It's like
All right,
six
all right.
subplots.
We'll work with that. We'll work with that.
Which one?
the one with the two naked.
Can I guess-
people
oh.
who have to. Sorry, I should.
That's okay.
Said.
The two
The two naked people have to
Oh,
work together
the-
on Christmas.
on the porn
It
set.
was hilarious.
It's
I
great.
thought that was really good,
Yeah.
and I liked.
And they're really shy to ask each other on a date, even though they're literally.
Yes. Yeah, it's hilarious. That's
Yeah.
great. And I liked.
Did you like Bill Nighy?
Yeah, kind of.
As
Well,
the
he's a great
as
actor.
the old rock star.
I'm just a fan of him. Like,
Yeah.
I think he's a great actor.
Can I just say one
Yeah.
thing about Bill Nighy? I've watched him also in About Time, and he's in many
he's-
films, right?
Yeah, he's fucking amazing in that. Richard Curtis too. That
Is that? I'm not surprised. Okay, so I'm convinced that he knows his lines, and then like when I'm getting ready to do something, I like know the lines. I go in right, and they're in my mind. Like right, I know them. I'm ready to do them. But I'm convinced that Bill Nighy like learns his lines and then just like seriously forgets them, and he just goes up there and he's like. The line.
He was always doing this hand action.
The line. And he just lets it hang there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's what Bill Nighy does, and it's so good.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Yeah, I really like him. I really like him a lot.
Yeah.
I agree. No, that scene's it's pretty damn
And I
funny.
liked, I think it's Emma Thompson, am I correct?
Oh, we gotta
yeah.
give her.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
so
Yeah, she's-
good.
she-
Really good in that movie.
steals
She's
the
good
show.
in every bloody movie, but like she brings a good amount of stuff to that movie. Where
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, this is quality.
Where she brings there's a certain level of like validity to that film that she
Yeah,
brings it
for
with
sure.
the
Yeah.
and the fact that she's paired up with like probably the best male actor on that film, Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
As well, like the
Yeah.
best male performance.
Rickman.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
is so good in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
She is so good in that scene.
with the Joni Mitchell tape playing.
She's
yeah.
good in everything, but like she is again good in this movie as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fully
really like-
committed. Sorry, fully committed she is to it,
Yeah.
and it shows.
No,
you know?
absolutely. I love the Hugh Grant dancing scene as the Prime Minister. But there's a extremely blatant hole in the logic of the film that I'm sure you've heard before, but Hugh himself has pointed it out in interviews. So you know how he's dancing, if you want, I'll make you happy, and he's dancing through Parliament House, doing all this stuff, and then he turns around doing this one, and there's the assistant, and then the music stops. Who turns off the music? There's even a record scratch.
The editor.
The editor turned it off.
No, sorry, not the editor. The sound mixer.
It's in his mind.
Yeah, that was Kaufman's
It's
pass of the
imagined.
script. Yeah.
God, he's
That's what
good.
I was- yeah.
I love him. Yeah. But yeah, that's just a blatant logical error in Love Actually, I'm happy to point out.
You're right.
Mm.
Yeah, wait.
Because actually, the song starts because he's listening to the radio, and the radio announcer says, "And here's a tune from." So it's not in his head. It's on the radio. It's in the scene.
The radio could have run out
Yeah.
of battery at that exact time.
Yeah.
One of his
Right when he-
assistants could have
Yeah.
turned it off.
All those 2000s era radio stations that played their songs off vinyl.
Yeah, with a record scratch. Yeah. Yeah.
What about if the assistant turned it off?
No.
Was she in the right?
She was in the room. There's no justification.
I'm trying.
I know when I'm beat. That's a clear issue in the film. There's no argument against it. It's a good thing. That's the only problem with the film.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for everybody.
Yep. Go for it, Jackson.
What is your favorite representation of Santa in any medium?
Oof.
What a good question.
Yeah, who's your favorite Santa?
I'm gonna need a moment to think about that.
Go for
Ask
it.
me in 2 months. It'll be David Harbour.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hyped.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
If it's not
sick.
good, I'll be really disappointed.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It will be out probably when this comes out.
I'm just gonna say David Harbour. No,
David Harbour,
I don't want
yeah.
to make a call like that.
Probably.
beforehand.
That's such a good question, man. That's such a good question.
You guys want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is from
I
a
don't know the
This is
answer.
from a TV show, animated TV show. Evil Santa from Futurama. Shit's funny as fuck.
I've not seen it.
Yeah. What? You haven't seen Futurama?
I've not seen that episode.
Oh.
Yeah. I know Futurama. Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's just like the premise is basically somebody created an evil Santa, and every year on Christmas it's basically like the Purge. They just have to lock themselves down, and it just goes and kills as many people as you can. It's just really funny. Reindeers just eat people. It's great.
That's dope.
It's like if David Harbour was a robot in this upcoming movie. It'd be the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is. I wish I had more time to prepare for that question, and that answer. I don't know. Bad Santa.
I was about to say
Ooh,
Bad
Bad
Santa.
Santa,
Yeah.
That's
one of the most original.
What's his name again? The actor.
He played Mr. Woodcock.
It's not Billy Bob Thornton, is it?
It is.
It
Billy
is.
Bob.
It is. It is.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
Billy
cool.
Bob.
I like Billy Bob.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a fan of. Well, I mean, if you're gonna count Danny Elfman as Santa in The Nightmare Before Christmas for like 10 minutes,
Some of his
I
scores.
love Danny Elfman.
Yeah, he is a great composer.
Yeah, all that music in that movie is just like
So
amazing
good.
music.
Oh, the songs are unreal, and he wrote all the lyrics too.
Yep,
Yep,
absolute genius.
fantastic.
It's also for the 5 people who haven't seen this movie.
Yeah.
you being one of them. It's a musical. It's a musical
Yeah.
movie, and it's just bloody brilliant.
The songs are perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I have another question. Jack Skellington, Kevin McAllister.
I already
1
know.
hour. 1 hour prep time. It was Jack Skellington.
Oh, Jack Skellington by a landslide.
Alright, a day prep. Sorry, let's go with day
Okay,
prep.
now we're
we're
talking.
talking.
Well, I mean, he did defeat the boogeyman on his home turf.
True.
Yes, that is
And,
true.
well, I'm still gonna go. I don't know, man.
You can go Jack Skellington
Jack
if you want, it's
Skellington
fine.
is like borderline. He's not immortal, but he's damn near indestructible. Like his ability to like evade and move and
Yeah.
be kind of vaguely magic, but not really. Like he's
A week prep time.
a week. Okay, now Kevin. Now we're
Now
in
Kevin.
Now we're in Kevin's
The swing.
territory.
The swing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Kevin. I don't know if anyone beats Kevin after a week.
Not even Thanos.
Not even
No,
Thanos.
no.
Gloved
to me-
up and everything.
That's it, because Kevin, dude, Thanos would be about to do the snap, boom, steps on a stink bug, sprays the stink. Now he can't even think about, what was I doing again? What was I doing? And then suddenly, boom, he has 100 snowballs plummeted at his head.
You know how hard it is to like think about clicking when you get like tins of paint like just fucking knocking you in the head constantly?
Or you're getting bricks thrown at you from the
Yeah.
penthouse of an apartment.
It's fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
The Avengers, they should have just called Kevin.
Yeah,
Literally,
honestly.
they went straight to Spider-Man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but admittedly, it happened on the other planet. That the fight, well, the first fight happened on Thanos' home planet. I can't remember what that name is.
Titan.
On
If-
Titan.
If you give Kevin a week to get there, he'll fucking get there. He'll
Yeah.
find a way.
If you give him an astronaut suit, I'm not convinced that there's anyone in the universe.
He'll
that
go
can
up
beat
into the
Kevin.
chimney and he'll put like,
Yeah,
I'm
he
going to
will.
Titan. Go to Titan. Set up all the preps and stuff.
Yeah.
That big thing's falling down on Thanos and everything.
Yeah.
Question: Have you guys seen Skyfall?
Yeah.
Obviously,
One of the best Bond movies.
great Bond movie, awesome.
Yeah.
But late in the third act, do they just go Kevin McAllister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
but in the coolest way.
Yeah, it
It's
was
so
good.
cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So
They do. So James
is Kevin
Bond,
McAllister James Bond?
probably. Well, I mean, James Bond was an orphan, and Kevin keeps getting left behind.
Oh, there you go. So Skyfall is actually Home Alone 3. Is that what you're telling me?
It could be.
Yeah. No, I think that's a
By the
pretty...
time we get to like Home Alone 53, it'll just be Skyfall re-released.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll just be Daniel
remastered.
Craig.
Yeah.
Kevin's
No
like
joke, though.
40. He's so fed up. Because of his amazing skill, the police hired him to become an agent, and that's the arc. There we go.
No joke. Okay, and
That's a good origin story, no?
Yeah.
I like the Home Alone movies,
Mm.
but you want to talk about making something that the people want to see. How have they not yet made a really, really good new installment with Macaulay Culkin of Home Alone? With him being older. Figure it out.
Who's he?
The people would totally go to that.
That
They
movie would slap. I'm
love
not
it.
going to lie.
Is he up against the Wet
Do it.
Bandits again?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. Doesn't matter who he's up against. Do it today with this technology that we have today. The people would love it. Jackson?
Oh, I'd watch it.
Get in there
I'd
for your
100%
boy.
watch it, yeah.
You're telling me that would not.
It would make money.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It would.
Yeah, it would 100% like break box office records.
Definitely.
I'm not even
Do
gonna
it.
joke.
A gritty Home Alone.
No, you
A
write me
gritty-
a gritty Home Alone script, I'll produce it for
Gritty,
you.
dark Home Alone.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck yeah.
Is that a radical notion? I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't take a genius to go.
And get Gaspar Noé to direct it. Make
Yes.
some of those booby traps absolutely feral.
It's
Make
basically just jigsaw traps at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, Saw.
Have him have like a punch bowl out on the kitchen counter with free punch, and then just have the Wet Bandits take a couple punch, and that's the whole. That's it.
Seriously though, could you imagine going on holiday for like 5 days, 8 days, and then coming home and your house is flooded because some guys of the Wet Bandits have put socks into the sink and then left the tap on?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I'd love a movie of
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'd love a movie of adult Kevin McAllister like having a family, goes on vacation, like accidentally leaves his kid, and then he just has an existential crisis. About
Do it. I mean,
he's just like
Oh.
realized he's become.
This is just
he's
for a couple of
become his
guys
own
here.
father.
Imagine he gets back and him and his kids set up all the booby traps because someone's coming.
And he's just so
And he
proud.
teaches his kid.
yeah. Has Kevin been the bad guy all along?
Well, I mean, in Home Alone 2...
People say Batman is the bad guy. Well, it says Kevin McAllister.
In
the
Home
bad guy?
Alone 2, when he is throwing bricks from the highest floor of an apartment
Yeah.
and they are hitting the Wet Bandits in the head, that is murder.
Yeah.
They would be dead. And he also violently, it's such a good scene, he violently electrocutes one of them.
Yes.
In the second scene.
Yeah.
And they cut to that shot of the skeleton with the afro that's just...
Yeah.
It's comedy gold.
Yeah.
As a kid, that shit'll make you keel over.
Oh yeah.
Bro's also just like paying for the penthouse in a Trump hotel with his dad's credit card.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucked.
Imagine
What?
having
Like,
a
just get
family of
the-
like 31 kids.
Oh
like
no,
they
he
fucking
gets the
do.
check at the end, doesn't he? The dad gets the check at the
Yeah,
end.
like just get a normal
Okay.
room at least. Like, fuck.
Yeah. You could. There's like 4 different movies we just touched on that you could make a new Home Alone movie about.
We're that good.
Yeah.
Figure it out. There was a lot in there. I'm glad I'm not going to be editing this one. Best of luck with that, Noah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome to the Christmas festival.
Yeah, you know, one question I just want to ask Noah, because there's a film that you mentioned that I've never heard of. It's The Shop Around the Corner.
Oh yeah, that's like a pretty popular. It's like they put it on TV
Yeah.
during Christmas, but it's just a great movie.
What is it about? I've never...
It's from 1940s. It's another like Jimmy Stewart Christmas movie. So if you like, It's a Wonderful Life, it's a similar sort. I mean, not really.
Yeah.
He helps run. He's like the assistant manager, you could say, the head salesman of this store that sells like leather goods and especially, most importantly, this cigar box that like makes noise every time you open it. It was the 40s. People used cigar boxes, And he has this pen pal who's this woman who he's essentially convinced he's in love with, who he's never met. And the reveal of the movie is like seen a mile away, obviously, but suddenly this woman shows up to the store who he's never met before, and she is in desperate need of a job because it's 1940. So it's like another one of those, like the reason that It's a Wonderful Life is set when it is set is because of war. So everybody's screwed and nobody has any money and everybody's messed up. So anyway, she shows up to the store in need of a job. She gets hired, and it's just like this really cleverly written rom-com, essentially, like a 1940s rom-com. And you might think it's not I mean, I laugh. I think it's pretty funny. It's not throwing out jokes every 2 seconds at you, but it's just very like cleverly written, well put together movie. I sat there and watched the whole thing and was like, damn, this thing misses no beats. It's like straight through all the way. People will know, maybe people might know this. It plays on TV every year. It's one of those, but it's great. It's survived for a reason. I love that movie.
Yeah, well, there's definitely something to be said for the fact that a film from the 1940s is made our list in 2022.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
That is
82
82 years.
Yeah.
If I'm not, quick maths.
Yeah.
But that's insane.
Yeah, it's still pretty great now. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lifetime.
That is,
That is pretty incredible.
and I think we should all hope that something we make will stand the test of time like that.
Yeah. My dad was not born for 22 years after that film was released.
Incredible.
That's incredible. And 28 years before 2001.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Noah. At what amount of time is a film considered timeless? 50 years?
Timeless is a difficult question because timeless means that essentially it doesn't matter the time period it's set in because it's still as impactful as it was when it was made. Put it that way.
Godfather.
Yeah, you can say something like that. I mean, like, if the question's like, how long is it for it to be a classic?
Yeah. It's because we've talked about this with albums. When is an album a classic?
I think that's like minimum a couple decades, probably a bit more. Like, people say instant classic, and that makes no sense to me. So
yeah.
The Godfather has Christmas in it. Why didn't I say
yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
Oh my
Fuck
gosh.
We've
That's
got to start again.
I tried to pick
Yeah.
movies that have like
Yeah.
some sort of where Christmas is built into the plot in such a way where if you removed it, it sort of would end up being less of a movie. Put
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
So like Billy Wilder's The Apartment, you can remove the Christmas from it, but there's so much of it that has to do with Christmas. Like there's Christmas parties in the movie, and the fact that everybody's alone on Christmas, and this whole like romance that's like it's intrinsically built into the movie for me, just like it is in Brazil. Even though Brazil, I wouldn't recommend watching Brazil on Christmas unless you're like me, but like it's not a family friendly.
It's embedded.
movie.
It's
Yeah,
embedded.
yeah.
Anyway, I guess we should wrap up.
Sure.
What was the number one that got the most mentions?
So Die Hard got 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Was it? Was that in your list?
It was. It was.
And it was
It was
in
an
mine as
honourable
well.
mention for you, right?
Oh, it was
Yeah,
too.
I would give it an honorable
How
mention.
many
It's
did The
fucking great.
Nightmare Before Christmas get?
No, I tried to honorable.
Two.
Just 2?
Polar Express got 2.
I tried to honorable mention the Polar Express based upon
Grinch
not having
got
seen
2.
it.
Grinch got 2, yeah. You didn't do Home Alone in the end, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I think it's
Die
gotta be
Hard's
Die
great.
Hard.
I'm with you. Die Hard.
Die Hard? We just
I
don't
think-
say Die Hard?
So Die Hard got the most mentions, guys.
It's
That's it.
great. It's a great bloody movie. The
It
only
is.
reason I left it
It's
off my
fantastic.
list is because I knew everybody else would fucking bring it up.
Yeah.
That's fair.
4 out of
Yeah,
4.
Absolutely.
4 out of 4 for Die Hard.
Die
There you
Hard.
go.
There you go, Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce.
Rest in peace, Alan.
Sorry
Rickman.
about that. No.
What?
I said 4 out of 4 for Die Hard.
No, I'm happy to.
Well, yeah.
say Die
If
Hard.
honourable mention, fair
Nah,
to say.
For sure.
Yeah. There
it's
you go.
great. Die Hard's great. It's
Yeah.
just like I try to pick something different.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Only
For
joking.
sure.
Only
Yeah,
joking.
it's a classic. Like
Yeah, it's
Paul to be
great.
like, it's a Christmas film, which
Yeah,
it is,
it is.
because they drop Christmas lines every 10 seconds too. Yeah.
Well, it is Christmas. Doesn't he have to get back to his family before Christmas?
Before
starts
Christmas,
and the whole
yeah.
bit? Yeah, it's built into the plot.
Yeah, and that's why he's in town too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, so Die Hard is, I guess, the majority vote. That's
Yeah.
fair to say. Whether it's
Yeah.
the winner or not, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, guys. So when are we planning on releasing this? 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay, so to our wonderful audience, should we record a year-end recap as well?
I think like that's the way we're heading. It's been we did a year of planning for Calligram. We know that we've sort of been around for 2 years,
Yeah.
but really this is the
We're
end of our
on paper
first year.
official for 1 year.
Yeah,
Yep.
essentially this is our first year, certainly in the public domain. We've been running the podcast all year, fortnightly, which I think is a really great achievement to keep that going. We've also done a bunch of projects which we're really proud of. Some, we've got like 2 or 3 things ready to go
Yep.
very early next year. But anyway, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed. The podcast is kicking off again in 2023. We're going to have a bit of time off over Christmas and the New Year. How it's projected for sure is that our second year is looking already bigger and better than our first year.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep working hard, and we're just going to keep doing our best. And thank you for listening, and hopefully we catch you on the podcast again in 2023.
Yep. Stay safe for the holidays, guys. We'll catch you in the new year.
Merry Christmas!
Flawless victory.
Leave that in there.